Yeah, YouTube family, the Maverick in this space again. Still the best and most credible opinion. Still fair and fearless analysis. I'm going to reach out to all of the viewers of the Oral Tracy Maverick YouTube channel. Help me get to the century marker. The Maverick is getting closer and closer to the 100,000 subscribers. So I want to press out that subscribe button there and help me get up to that century mark there. Alright, so my colleague Dionne Jackson will have push out her neck again, responding to my response to her. And before me even take on what she said, I want to try to get it clear, you know. And I got her telling me that I am wrong to conclude that we are growing up a generation of soft, spoiled, flaky, bratish, entitled individuals. And that China generation that we are growing up. Soft, spoiled, bratish, flaky, entitled. And that Dionne argue with me about. And that share content say not happening. Well, Dionne, I beg to disagree. And you never made a convincing case. You went on indeed to explain and present a bag of data to contest something that I was not saying. You presented some elaborate data and did some research. I never tell you that no one had mental health issues. I never told you that bullying did not exist. I never tell you that abuse did not exist. So when you come up with the data for sure say bullying exists and you know abuse exists and mental health issues exist, duh. All I'm saying, Dionne, is that let me break it down in a common sense language for you, Dionne. All me I say, Dionne, is that every time you hear somebody talk about they must suffer from mental health issues, or they are being bullied, or they are being abused, is that every time it's legitimate because of the flakiness of this generation, and because people like Dionne Jackson Miller are there pandering, and because we have a generation of kids now that are entitled. They don't grow up tough, them grow up soft. They have a thing where them called cyberbullying, you know. You know what cyberbullying is? And people will bully people online, you know. People don't tell me this. I mean, me just telling you this. Me want to see the person who can bully me online. Because me want to my phone can turn off. Or me can come out of the chat when me in. Or me can exit whatever platform me depend. When some insignificant fool depend it and run up their mouth. How is that bullying to me? Is it something like cyberbullying? You are bullied as much as you allow yourself to be bullied, you know. Now, when you go to school or you go to your workplace and you have some bully there who come there and physically push you around or in your space, them kind of something they're bullying. But don't tell me that some fool, some insignificant idiot somewhere who happen to have a cell phone or a laptop and can type up something unfavorable to me, I must tell myself that I am being bullied by that person. No, yeah, none of them something where me and you I go always disagree. Because them something they don't call bullying me, they can run up their mouth and say what they want to say. But I don't give a flying what they want to say. Now, Dionne, when tell me now, not everybody develop the kind of toughness when me develop. But I also like to talk about my toughness or the way how I handle these situations, you know. Almost as a kind of recommendation for another way of dealing with these things, you know. Instead of bitching about it and acting all flaky about it, you can ignore it. You can move on. You can see it for what it is. Some idiots making up some noise and seeking relevance. Every now and then, you know, me get the chance to go talk to some youth in some school settings. But me just want anybody will invite me at them place. Because me go to one school one time go talk to some youth, you know. And because me not carry the kind of conventional, pandering kind of, same kind of rubbish, boring, foolful argument to the youth them. When me talk to the youth every day, me see the principal in the corner cringe, you know. Because me talk to the youth them like how me talk now. Me talk to the youth them in a real way. Instead of talking about people must stop bullying people, me tell the youth them, so watch out. When some idiot says something about you, you have to ignore them. Them can affect the slice of bread. Only as much as you allow them to affect you, they affect the slice of bread. There's something else where Dionne say in the latest response when we need to attack as well. When I was speaking about how flaky this generation is, Dionne kind of was alluding to the Jamaican context. Dionne, when me talk on this platform, you know, is a general, global context me talking generally, you know. When we talk about issues like this. If we talk about a domestic issue, we talk about a domestic issue. But this particular issue, the flakiness of the generation we talk about is not a Jamaican phenomenon. This is a global phenomenon. Me want to ask Dionne something. Dionne, you grew up in a different generation than them youth, you know. When I assume your parents could at least shout at you. Without you feeling abused. I assume, I don't know if you used to play sports, Dionne. But I assume so when we go to play on a football field and a boy tackle me bad on a football field, we can get up and all, chuck him off. Learn to fight, learn to defend yourself. Lessons of toughness. Dionne, you never grew up in a generation where you didn't get everything you want? Were you ever told no? Like you can't get this and you can't get that? You think you were the better for it? You think these kids of today have the kind of mental toughness and the fortitude of the kids of the generation before? Well, maybe we should just, like we're going to have to do a lot going forward, maybe we should just agree to disagree. And I want to make a recommendation to Dionne. The Bureau of Brats, Entitlements and Flakiness. Yeah. I want Dionne head up the bureau there. She will pander to you all. You know, I'll get the Maverick, not even look over that department of government there. Because I feel the youth them to grow tougher. And it's because of that sense of entitlement there and the flakiness there why the youth them not grow with that toughness there. They are spared inconvenience and discomfort, you know. Because them have the refuge of mental health for run to. And the refuge of abuse for run to. So them grew up in a bubble of naivety, you know. So you see when them come out of a bubble of naivety there and go out into the real world and the hardships and the realities and the inconsistencies and the hypocrisy and the literal difficulties of the real world strike them, why you think so much of them resort to some weird actions? Let me put it that way. Because they don't know how to cope. They never had any practice how to cope with these issues. The Bureau of Flakiness and Entitled Kids. And they are not going to run the bureau there. Maverick or step. Now step left there. Step in.